All is good. Padres win a third straight game in Atlanta. Did you hear this fact today, Jim, that the Braves did not lose 3 straight home games last year? And the Padres have handed now the Braves 3 consecutive home losses. On their way for New York, 6-4 overall. Playing good baseball in the first laugher of the season for the Padres behind Seth Lugo and Nelson Cruz and the offense and 3 home runs. And this Michael Wacha-Seth Lugo combination has been really good for the Padres to start 2023. It's John and Jim. It is the wrap-up show. Make your way in. We're with you on this Sunday night. As always, please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you, so please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Please support this channel. We do greatly appreciate your super chats by clicking the $ below the chat box. We will get to all of the super chats. We really do appreciate those. Thank you for your memberships as well. Just click the join button below to become a member of the wrap-up show. But 3 straight wins after a walk-off loss in the opener of this 4-game series. And the Padres, Jim, are 6-4 overall.
Will they ever lose again is the question that has to be asked. I think it's a fair question. Will they ever trail in a game the rest of the way? And
that's a more important question.
That is, yeah. And will they just run away with this thing and, sweep through the postseason and, just 4-0 in the World Series and we're good to go? Parade down Market Street. We're going to have a fun time.
So easy.
Easy, dude. This is an easy game.
It's an easy game.
It's easy.
Outscore everyone. It's so easy.
As you tweeted, baseball is now fun.
Yep.
I mean, this is great. They're never going to lose again. This is the team who we thought they were, and the greatest team ever assembled is what I got from these last 3 games.
Yeah, I'm with you. In all actuality, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The offense was really good tonight. What's carrying this team, or what will carry this team this year, and they're going to get Tatis back, what's going to carry this team is the starting pitching. And if Michael Wacha and Seth Lugo are as effective as they've been, and maybe that's asking or saying something, I don't know where Jim's going. But if they pitch the way they've pitched, this is going to be a really good team. I mean, we haven't even seen Joe Musgrove. We've barely seen Yu Darvish. We've seen nothing from Blake Snell. So that's the combination. You get good starting pitching and you pair it with this offense, and they're going to win a lot of games. So, yeah, what are you doing, man? Posting that on social media.
I forgot it's Easter, dude.
What did you forget?
Easter Sunday.
Okay. Jim's the Easter Bunny.
I'm the Easter Bunny.
Like, dude, happy Easter. Like, I remember my first time posting something on social media.
Yeah, well, you don't post anything on social media besides like pictures of the ocean. And you're like, I lit to live
happy
here.
Easter. Dude.
So what? Who cares?
How whipped are you? Jared.
Whipped? I'm the one that posted the photo.
Yeah, exactly. Probably with a gun held to your head, like beforehand.
No, we get to dinner tonight, and we all had bunny ears, and we all had little bags of candy.
Who's all?
All of our friends.
Who? I need names. Claire,
Heather, Camille, Andrew, Jake.
That was it? Okay.
And Aaron and me.
Let me get to Jared. Jared, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for your membership. Thanks for moderating the chat as well. Jared McCarthy with the super. The first of the night says the Lugo, Cruz, Wacha, and Carpenter combination is legit. Remember last year the bench was terrible? Remember on December 16th, I just retweeted it. Remember when I got ripped for tweeting out, like, give me Nelson Cruz? And the guy's like the greatest 43-year-old in baseball history.
Dude.
These offseason signings by A.J. Preller, it's been 10 games, but they've really paid dividends early on.
Nelson Cruz wasn't kidding when he said that, getting eye surgery or LASIK or whatever he did changed everything. It really has. And with him and Carpenter and Odor, and you got Campusano, who I think offensively he hasn't shown it yet, but I think behind the plate he's been terrific this year. Who else is on their bench?
Well, it's Carpenter.
Well, David
Cruz,
Dahl's injured now.
Dahl's hurt, so now it's the dude
Dixon.
that just came up. Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. This bench is definitely infinitely better than it was last year. And when you're a team who is as loaded as they are, I think the veteran presence on your bench means everything. And if those veterans can like produce, oh my God.
Yeah.
Would you rather have some like rookie, like, I mean, no offense to Jose Azocar, but Jose Azocar or Nelson Cruz, who's going to give you the better professional at bat? No question.
Right. It's just like who gives you more of a threat? Like who's a legitimate threat? I mean, Zokar serves his purpose. I mean, he's capable of getting on base, base to base, steal a base, bunt. He serves a purpose. But, Nelson Cruz is a guy that's been doing this in the big leagues a long, long time. And to pair him with veterans in their prime like Machado, Bogarts, eventually Tatis, I mean, is exciting. It really is exciting. I like the Cruz signing, not because of what he was going to do on field, but because of what he could bring to the clubhouse. They pay him nothing. Lugo and Waka have
$1 million.
overperformed. Right. Carpenter has built off what he did last year in a brief stint. So it's been good. It's been really good. Let me get to another super here from Jared. Thank you guys for hanging out. We see you here in the chat live or on replay. Subscribe. If you're a Padres fan, you have to subscribe. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers like Jared. Just click the $ below the chat box. We really do appreciate them. We'll get to all of the supers here tonight as the Padres win 3 of 4 in Atlanta. They're heading for Citi Field to take on the Mets beginning Monday night. And Jared says D-backs took 3 from the Doyers, so our split isn't bad. Yeah, Arizona, like San Diego, is 6-4. Dodgers 5-5. Giants 4-5. Rockies are 4-6. And you know what? Arizona could be improved. We'll see about the Dodgers. But you like where the Padres are sitting right now at 6-4.
John, they're never going to lose again. They're going to go 158-4.
No, I doubt it.
155-7.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, the Rays. I mean, I don't know if the Rays are going to lose.
Yeah, I feel like here's the thing: the start of the year. I don't want to see I don't want to see the standings. I see people are like, "Oh, early NOS standings, guys." It's fucking 9 games.
It's a little early.
It's a little early.
10 games.
The one thing that you should be focusing on more than anything is one, how is the team playing? Because if you focus on that, then the standings will come. The wins will come. We'll talk about standings a month and a half into the year, but we want to see this team play well to start the season. We want them to see them get off on the right foot, and we don't want to see trends like a bad bullpen continue, which honestly, if you're looking at a little bit of a turnaround here the first week of the season, that Honeywell outing the other night in Atlanta just gave everything that this team was looking for in that moment and has propelled them to 3 straight wins here in Atlanta. And they're pitching really well. They're starting pitching, everyone besides Blake Snell. They're back into the bullpen now with Hader, even though he's a little rocky last night. Got the job done. It's all that matters. And what did I say about this offense to start the year? If you're not going to have great pitching, which they actually are having great pitching, like you need to score 5 or 6 runs a game. And they really are scoring 5 or 6 runs a game. I don't know the exact number, but they're scoring at a very high clip compared to last year. And there's threats everywhere in this lineup.
Yeah, there definitely are. There are a couple of things you said in there about the bullpen. For example, like today, this bullpen going in is taxed. You're not pitching Hader. He had pitched back-to-back days. You're not pitching Garcia. He had pitched back-to-back days. So you needed Lugo to give you length. He did. 6 innings of 1-run baseball. And then because it's a laugher, you can pitch Tapia, who's been better, by the way, allowed a run in an inning. And then Chrismat, who goes 2 scoreless innings, but that's it's the perfect time to throw in a Bill Chrismat. The absolutely perfect time to throw in a Bill Chrismat. You got a 10-2 lead or whatever the score was at the time. And really their first laugher of the season. But like they needed Lugo to give them distance tonight, and they got it from Seth Lugo, and then the offense did the rest. And
Waka last night as well. Waka and Lugo have been absolutely brilliant for the first 2 starts of their Padres career. They've been fantastic.
Let's see if they can do that for
Waka, this first
50.
start wasn't that great, but Lugo has been amazing.
So hopefully they can do it for the next 50 combined starts between the two.
Dude, his curveball is – dude, that thing is spinning.
Yeah, it is. It is, which is something we knew heading into the year.
Yeah.
Carlos, thank you for the super from down in Mexico. He says, I truly believe Nelson Cruz will have a great year. Really want them to use or put him in as a regular and not just as a platoon going forward. I like the role. I like the platoon role. I mean, this guy's 43. Okay, there's going to be aches and pains and bruises in there. Okay, he doesn't need to play every single day. For me, I like keeping him fresh. I think he's got a role that he knows. I don't think they need to force anything with Nelson Cruz. Clearly, he's seeing the ball well. 6 RBIs are ridiculous total in any game for any player.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in Atlanta as a 43-year-old is incredible. But no, I'm fine with the Cruz platoon right now. I mean, are you going to hit your way out of a platoon? Maybe, but I say keep the guy healthy, play him as necessary. He knows his role. He's a leader in the clubhouse, and it's all good.
Yeah, you maximize everything you can get out of Nelson Cruz. You don't want to run this guy into the ground. He's 75 years old.
Right.
You put him in the best chances to produce, and you give him off days so he's not taxed because he is, literally one of the oldest players in baseball. And when you do that, you're going to get nights like tonight. Give him a couple days off, plays a day, and he absolutely rakes. So the platoon I'm totally fine with. You got to keep these guys fresh. You got to keep these guys engaged, especially at their age, sitting on the bench and not playing. It's not something that I think they want to do. And it keeps them fresh when they are getting consistent off days.
You know what's weird? Nelson Cruz, when you look at Nelson Cruz, you think he's like 50, right? I mean, you've seen him for 25 years on TV. He's got like the gray beard. I mean, he's like a chiseled veteran.
Right.
I'm 23 days older than Nelson Cruz somehow.
Oh God, you're old.
He's 42. So am I.
Oh.
But I keep saying he's 43. But he will not turn 43 until July 1st. But he was born in the 80s. He was born in 1980. All right, let me get to the super from our buddy Vector. Vector, what's going on? Thank you guys for the supers. Thanks for hanging out. As you make your way in, Padres have taken 3 straight from Atlanta. They win tonight 10-2. Subscribe to this channel. If you're a Padres fan, that's all we ask. Subscribe to this channel. We appreciate the supers as well. Just click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all the supers like this one from Vector, who says, great effort by Lugo. Mets fans must be bummed. LOL. Yeah, probably, because they had him, and also because the Padres beat them last year in the postseason. So no matter what happens, by the way, this week coming up at Citi Field, it's not in any comparison to what happened, obviously, last year in October. If the Padres win the series, great. It's not last October. If the Mets win the series, well, great. You won a series in April, but you didn't do it in October.
Yeah, Lugo's a guy that you were a little, not concerned, but just wondering, how is he going to be as a starter? He has pitched many starter innings over the last handful of seasons. He's been mostly a reliever. And his first 2 starts in a Padres uniform goes 7 innings and then 6 innings tonight. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, this was a great signing. So Mets fans, I'm sure they're okay because they have an infinite amount of money, and they just got they got Justin Verlander, even though he's on the IL, but still.
Well, yeah, but he hasn't pitched, right? Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying they got Justin Verlander, and I'm sure over the course of the season, Mets fans are going to be fine.
Maybe it's probably panic. They're 5-5.
Oh my God, Frank is literally losing his mind.
All right, let me get to the super from Carlos again. Thank you, Carlos. He says, great win and deep ball club, but how do we get a good hitting catcher? They got one who's 16. Nola is terrible at the plate. Campusano at least makes hard contact sometimes. Listen, it's never going to be a perfect roster. It's never going to be a perfect roster. They'll get what they get out of the catching position.
It blows my. You know what? It's so funny. This team can win 15 of their next 17 games. And nothing against you, Carlos. I love you. Thanks for the super chat, man. But there are always going to be those people that are like, what about Nola? He's low for his last 22. And they've won 15 of the last 18.
Terrible, but you're 6-4,
Like, come on, guys. This is the same thing that happened last year with Trent Grisham. This team was doing great last year, and everyone's like, Trent Grisham sucks. Trent Grisham sucks. It's like, dude.
Look, Grisham's obviously been better. Listen, Nola's been awful, but what were you expecting?
I'm not going to look, when this team goes on a winning streak here, or even when they lose, am I going to put this thing in the hall, not Austin Nola? Like, no. Osanola is along for the ride, and he is going to be catching a lot of games. Will he have some moments this year? I'm sure he will, but he's going to be a lot of bad moments with Osanola because he can't hit. He's just not a good catcher. That's why you hope
bad moments.
That's why you hope that Luis Campusano can step up here and take the reins and can become this team starting catcher. Because I think it's the Campusano era soon. I mean, it's got to be, right? What else are they going to do with him?
Here's the thing. Okay, everyone relax. Don't hold your breath. The Padres catching platoon is bad. It's below average major league catching position.
Right.
It is what it is.
I'm just whatever. They won 3 in a row. They got Soto back. Nelson Cruz is amazing.
Yeah, right.
It's like
and Nola Campusano leaves a lot to be desired. Whatever. They get Tatis coming back. They have a great middle of the order. They have a deep bench.
Right.
You can't have everything in the world.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you for your membership in the Super. He says, are we more comfortable winning with the offense or pitching at this point? They're both confusing, in my opinion. I'd much more prefer to win with pitching than to win with offense. Okay, I'd much prefer to win with pitching than to win with offense, especially with this offense, knowing that you're going to get some of it at some point. And the offense, to Jim's point, has been really good this year. But I mean, the Lugo Waka thing, I'd much prefer than a hot start from like Xander Bogaerts. I mean, Lugo and Waka making 30 starts, staying healthy, pitching effectively is way more impactful than any one position player, in my opinion.
Yeah, the pitching wins you championships. This offense is going to come around. They're too talented to not. So with that being said,
well, they've already come around.
I know that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying is like if you were to choose one or the other, you choose pitching because you know what this team offensively has, and they're gonna show up. So yeah, with the Lugos of the world and the Wakas of the world, and Nick Martinez's, and you choose the pitching over the offense if you want a group to excel.
Can we get some clap emojis in the chat for our longtime viewer, Faye, who is in the chat? Faye,
wow.
This channel has been asking for you for days on end, okay? Since the season has started. People are like, did they get off to a slow start because Faye isn't here? And we were questioning that when they were like 1 and 2 or like 2 and 3 in the
season.
Like,
maybe Faye like to jump off the bandwagon here?
Yeah, so maybe it did have to do with Faye because Faye's back. Padres are playing good baseball. She can't wait to see Tatis in his first game back at Petco. She's got tickets already. Who else is going? Everyone. There's going to be 45,000 people there, presumably. May 1st. Reds, Will Myers, right? Tatis's home debut.
Will Myers. So everyone's there to see Will Myers.
Right. Faye, let's get some clap emojis in the chat for longtime viewer Faye, who's back with us here tonight. Faye, good to have you back. Hope you're doing well. Let me get to a couple of more supers. Then I want to tell you about a daily fantasy contest we have going on for tomorrow with Underdog Fantasy that you can get in. John and Jim versus the wrap-up show on a daily MLB contest. We'll tell you about that. By the way, it's pinned to the top of the chat. There's only 8 spots, so get in there. And the draft is going to start once it's filled. 6-round draft, 30 seconds per pick. It's a draft just for tomorrow. 1 day fantasy contest. Underdog Fantasy. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Get in there. There's only 8 spots available. I'll tell you more about it coming up in a moment. Let me get to this super from our buddy Run It Back. Thank you, Run It Back, for the super. He says, would you like them to consider playing Cronenworth at second and Carp at first, keeping Cruz at DH 70% of the time? This goes back to not for me. I'm going to platoon Nelson Cruz until I'm blue in the face, and I'm going to do what I think is better for the team, which is to use Carpenter Cruz as a platoon, not to play them every day, even at 70%. And I'm going to keep Cronenworth as my first baseman because that's the role he's going to fill this year.
Yep. I am mix and matching these guys, and I am making sure that everyone gets ample amount of playing time, regardless of how hot one of them is, like Nelson Cruz. And I'm making sure that this is the long play with this. I'm in the long play with those guys, not the short, oh my God, these guys are on fire, keep him in the lineup play. I'm worried about how they're going to perform games 120 through the postseason, not games 20 through 40.
Yeah, especially, it's such a good point. With this team, you've got such lofty goals.
Yeah. You got to make sure that they're all healthy. at the end of the year, or relatively healthy going into the postseason. Because if you play Cruz every day and you play Carpenter every day, right? Because those guys are doing well right now and they get burned out because of their age at the end of the year, like that's not going to be, that's going to suck.
Correct. No, I'm with you. I'm platooning these players as long as I can, and I think that's advantageous for the Padres short and long term, to be honest with you. A couple more supers here. Get your supers in. We do appreciate it. We're going to get to all the supers here tonight. Padres have won 3 consecutive games. They're 6-4. They went 3 straight in Atlanta. No team in baseball did that in 2022.
They're never losing again.
That's according to Jim. Robert, thank you for your membership in the super. He says, do you think Lugo can hold up the entire season? Well, I mean, it's April, whatever. Do I think he's going to make 30 starts and stay healthy? It's been an issue for him. And do I think he can pitch deep into games 30 times? I mean, if he does, he's like a Cy Young candidate. I'm just taking what they're getting so far. You want to see him healthy. You want to see him start. And it's hard to predict what happens in June, August, September moving forward. I just like what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's the same thing that, not to the extent, but last year, Mackenzie Gore, the start of the season, was amazing. And then he hit that wall very fast. Lugo has been in the big leagues way longer than Mackenzie Gore, right? So he's not a rookie. But, it will be interesting to see how he performs after he gets to that 70 inning mark. Because that's kind of been where Lugo has sat, average wise for innings the last handful of years.
Right. Good
point.
So
once he goes to like inning 60, 65 to like 120, if that's where they're going to go, like how does he perform in that range? And that's going to be interesting to see how they handle him and how he performs, because that will be the most innings he's pitched, ever, I think, right?
In terms of his career high, I mean, it's not a huge number. We've discussed it previously. It's not some huge number.
All right, so Seth Lugo, the most innings he's ever pitched in a big league season has been 101.
And what was that?
2018.
Yeah, so he's gonna have an innings cap at some point. Yeah, you can't blow by your number from the year before by like 100%.
He's been great the first 2 starts. But it's a very fair question. Like, can he hold up over the entirety of a season? We'll see. And that's the Padres' job to make sure that, you have him pitching like this at the end of the year in the postseason.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a stretch, but again, you'd prefer to have the start he's had than not to have the start he's had. So that's the good news. All right, let me thank Enzo316 for this super chat. Thank you guys for the supers. Just click the $sign in the chat box down below. He says, just to think the sky was falling after the first 2 games. Now, thankfully, if you're with us on the wrap-up show after the first 2 games, even me and Jim, who will react to everything, didn't really react to anything, truthfully, after 2 games. Now, as you recall, if you were here those nights, there were a lot of people in the chat saying, what the hell's going on? 162 games isn't 16 or 17 like the NFL. You start 0-2 in the NFL, it is reason for concern. You start 0-2 in baseball, it means absolutely nothing. And Padres have proven that over the last 8 games. And then again, 10 games doesn't mean anything. So we'll see how they play over the next 10 games. But yeah, you know how this works. Yeah. That's why we do this day in and day out, because there's that high and low that comes with, watching baseball over the course of a season. And right now the Padres are on a high and hopefully continues.
Yeah, even Bob Melvin, after I think it was Thursday night's game, he was disappointed with how they were playing. So if he's disappointed, then we can be disappointed. And, after the first 2 games, yeah, the season was definitely over for sure. But we were more disappointed with how they were playing, and we hoped that we didn't see the trends, like these trends snowball into 3 weeks, 4 weeks type of thing with the bullpen, or a month and a half with Blake Snell. Like, you just don't want to see those things snowball into trends that last for a while.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Jared, thank you again for hanging out and for the super chat. He says, we were talking about the catching issues. Let's just promote Ethan Salas. He'll be fine.
I mean, might as well, right?
Is he going to hit worse than 130 with a 300 OPS? And can he catch this staff? Sure. Is a 16-year-old? Yeah, absolutely. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
By
the way, guys, we have 7 spots left in our Underdog Fantasy Draft. The link is at the very top of the chat. Maybe if you want to put that link in there again, John. But
No, it's pinned to the top. You should
pinned to
see
the top.
it.
Okay.
Pinned to
So
the top of the chat.
join
Here's
us.
the deal.
The draft will start immediately after this thing is filled.
Here's the thing. This is a one-day draft. This is super cool. It's just a $10 entry fee. If you use promo code PODSWRAP, you will get your deposit matched up to $100. You can deposit $10 right now. You get a free $10. So you're playing in this daily draft with us for essentially nothing. And you got first place, second place, and third place on the line. And there's only 10 spots. So we're in it. I'm in it. Jim's in it. There's 7 spots available. We need to fill it up tonight. Click the link that's pinned to the top of the chat. If you haven't used Underdog Fantasy before, use promo code PODSWRAP. You'll get your deposit matched up to $100, but any deposit of $10 or more. It's just a $10 entry fee, by the way. Here's the thing. After the draft, which is 6 rounds, and the draft is going to take us like 5 minutes tonight, there's no waivers or trades or lineup setting. It's all done for you. There's no league management aspect. It all will happen tomorrow. MLB daily contesting. Join us on Underdog Fantasy right now with a chance to beat Jim. You're not going to beat me, but you could absolutely beat Jim.
My last draft in Underdog Fantasy wasn't great.
No, you did a season-long draft and you drafted you drafted like Campusano in the 4th round.
I drafted Bryce Harper for like, what are we doing here?
Bryce Harper's out for like a decade.
I know. He's never coming back.
I know.
I drafted like Joe Musgrove. He's like not pitching.
We have an update on Joe Musgrove from Kevin Acey. If you missed that earlier today, and it's not the worst news. It's not the best news either. But Kevin Acey tweeted earlier today that Bob Melvin said Musgrove tweaked his shoulder. That's not ideal to hear. Trying to make a play in his rehab start and could have his next rehab start pushed back a day or two. That would in turn push him back his return to the Padres rotation from April 16th to a day or two after that. So a tweaked shoulder. Not ideal. I didn't love that when I saw it, but if it's only a day or two, it's only a day or two.
Yeah, not the best thing in the world. I think he heard it when he like dove and he like threw the ball to first and like.
Oh yeah, what was with that throw? Like, dude, just
chill out. Who cares?
Right?
You're in El Paso.
Yeah,
but that's just who he is. He's just a competitor, and he has one speed, and that's just who Joe is. But
he threw that thing like 1,000 feet.
Dude, he threw it right? Like the first baseman's like just like looking at the ball.
It like went over the right field wall.
Yeah, he's like ready to jump for it, but he's like I'm not even gonna do this because the ball is just way over my head. Yes, by buddy ears. And at least when I first read it, I was like reading it thinking, oh my god.
Shoulder, don't put the word shoulder.
Like I thought he heard it throwing, but then realizing he heard it from making this like try to make a hero play and jamming it, and I saw the play, and I'm just like, I thought the same thing you did. Like, what are you doing? First off, and second off, if you're gonna hurt your shoulder, I guess it's a lesser of two evils. You hurt it this way than if you're throwing.
Hold on, I need to real quick, because I'm gonna get to the soup.
I don't like either of it.
I'm going to get to the super from Carlos in a moment, but I see a future super from Carlos where he's saying he might have a couple of tickets available for the Mexico City series, and I haven't looked below. But Carlos, I'll buy those tickets from you if you email. What are
tickets?
Tickets for the games in Mexico. Well, I could get a credential, but I want Kristen to go.
Oh, that's right.
So, what are we? Padres Wrap-Up Show, gmail.com. Carlos, can you email Padres Wrap-Up Show?
Sure.
At gmail.com, and I will buy those tickets from you, unless someone else in the chat has already purchased them from you, which is cool. But I will buy those tickets from you, and I'll get to that chat in a moment. Carlos says, we have to be demanding fans because we finally have a great team. It's like Yankee fans with Aaron Hicks. Even if they win, Nola has bad at bats, no power. Still, I'm happy with the team. Yeah, no, I get it. Listen, if you have a team that wins 116 games or whatever the Dodgers won a year ago, you still should be complaining about something. Like, it's not like there's got to be something to keep you.
Not everything is peaches and butterflies and peaches and I don't know, rainbows and butterflies.
What does it mean?
I was thinking about peaches for some reason.
I like peaches.
Oh, you know why I was thinking about peaches? Because of the new Mario movie. I have the song stuck in my head.
What's the new Mario movie?
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Oh, is that like the voiceover or whatever?
No, it's a song in the movie.
You've seen this movie?
No, but I keep seeing it on like TikTok, and it's like this viral song that keeps going around that was sung by Jack Black, and in the song it's called Peaches, I think.
How could I miss that? I'm surprised.
Because you don't watch any movies.
Well, why would I watch some movie about Mario Kart? Who cares?
You don't even watch, like, you don't know social media, like,
I know social media.
like, what's it called?
Yeah, I watch your stupid. You said you'll like tweet out like, inject this into my veins. I watched the trailer and it's like Luke Skywalker running through the galaxy with a lightsaber.
I know, and if I didn't tweet it out, then you wouldn't know what was going on.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me
So
get to
you're
this
welcome.
additional super from Carlos. Thank you again, Carlos, for hanging out and for your super chats. Thank you guys for the super chats. We really do appreciate your support of the channel. Just click the $ below the chat box. We'll get to all of them tonight. Padres are rolling. They've won 3 straight, heading for New York. Monday night, Citi Field. Says he's got 4 tickets, Padres Giants series in Mexico for Saturday and Sunday. By third base, but we'll only use 2. If you guys are interested or in the chat, let me know. So I haven't looked ahead in the chat. If someone wants those, great. But Carlos, if you're trying to get rid of 2, I will pick up 2 for you from you for Saturday. Padres wrap up show at gmail.com, and I'll take care of the rest. Thank you again, Carlos. Okay. Christopher, what's going on, man? Thank you for your membership in the super chat. He says, congrats on the internet, Jim. Yeah, for those that missed it, Jim now has internet.
You're welcome, everybody.
Did you see the home run that Hassan Kim hit tonight? It was like a moonshot.
Dude, it was a golf shot. And I do have to give credit to the Padres for tweeting out, here's your green jacket, because it was literally
like a
golf shot from Hassan Kim on Masters Sunday.
Oh, I didn't even realize they tweeted that, but it was definitely like a golf shot.
Yeah.
Foul, Homer's pulling it. Was that a ball that started foul and ended up fair?
I think so.
I was watching it live. We were out at I have no clue the name of the place, some sports bar that I've never been to before.
Oh, great. Cool.
It was great.
I bet it was
Mission
awesome.
Valley area or Del Sera?
What?
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like a million. There's like a million bars in Mission Valley area.
No. It's like, well, I was at McGregor's last night. First time.
McGregor's is fun.
Dude, it was great. Great time.
Who were you? It was just you and Kristen?
And some people from SDSU.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Kristen, I said, you should come out with us. And I texted you and you're like, I'm still at the stadium.
Well, yeah, I was. And then like 30 minutes later,
we were waiting for
I'm in my pajamas.
We were waiting for your text.
If you 45 minutes. If you would have texted me earlier in the night, like, hey, do you want to hang out afterwards? I would have been like, yes.
That's what I said. Hold on. Stand by. I said, hold on. Because I know I said it. I said at 9:30. I said, Kristen told me you guys are going out. You said, bro.
I didn't realize that.
You said, bro, I'm still at the stadium. And then you literally texted me like 45 minutes later. You said, come to McGregor's, be a man. I'm like, I was like, you waited too long, dude.
I waited too long? What are you, 90 years old? It was 10 o'clock.
I needed an answer now. And by the time I texted you, it was already like 40 minutes after the event ended.
The highlight at McGregor's was someone came up to me. He's like, are you the guy that does that show on the Padres every night on YouTube? I'm like, I am.
Are you serious? Like, yes. Are you Jim?
I don't know. He didn't call me John, but he's like, man, my wife and I watch that show every single night. That happened also, by the way, at Snapdragon Stadium yesterday.
And at Fair Play as well.
Oh, that's right. That did happen at Fair Play. So thank you guys. Anytime you see us, please say hi.
You're the best.
Okay, let me get to thank you again, Christopher. Appreciate the super. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Big day for you.
Big day for Jesus. Congrats on the day.
I don't even. Yeah. Thanks for hanging on such a big day. Yeah. Wings at Beat Ups tasted extra good on this fine Sunday.
Nice.
Oh yeah, like BW3 or whatever. Beat up like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Probably.
I'm like, what am I talking about?
I don't know, but Jesus, congrats.
Let's thank you again. Hey, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
While we have a moment on this
congrats
Easter
on the
Sunday,
resurrection,
where the Padres have won 3 consecutive games against the Braves. Do want to thank the title sponsor of the wrap-up show, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He's a great insurance agent. Just picked up a life insurance policy through Mark. Have earthquake insurance and homeowners insurance through Mark as well. Whether you need auto or home or business or life or renters or condo or earthquake or whatever it is, he can save you hundreds of dollars, $750 or more, just by switching your insurance over to Mark. He is a lifelong Padres fan, native San Diegan, loves this team, loves this channel, got this channel off the ground. So if you support this channel, if you're looking to save money on your insurance, if you want to talk to someone that will talk to you about the Padres and also find a way for you to save money, then get in contact with Mark Nimitz. There's a link down below. You can see his website right here. You can get a quote online, by the way. So Mark is a huge, huge fan of this channel. If you support this channel, please support Mark Nimitz. The next time you have a renewal, before you just renew, contact Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information always above my head right here, above the bunny ears. His phone number and his email address, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
What's going on, by the way, with the whole Hosmer with the Cubs thing? Franz, thank you. Or Franz, thank you for the super. He says, in other news, Cubs fans are liking Hosmer. LOL. They like actually are, right? But I'm like, it's April. He's done this before.
No. That is that's a 100% sarcasm there.
I thought he actually was like hitting.
He's done some nice things, but if any Cubs game, just search Hosmer on Twitter, and it's like DFA. This guy fucking sucks. I hate Eric Hosmer. It's like my new favorite thing to do.
Like, but I thought am I crazy to say he's been hitting? Yeah, I mean he's hitting.
Dude, it's like the softest. It's like the softest 300 ever.
Yeah, exactly. He came into like yesterday hitting 300. It's the same old story.
Yeah, he'll hit at the end of the year. He'll hit 245, 250. He'll have some what the fuck plays at first, and it's just have no power. It's just who he is, because he's never going to change, because that's just who he is. He's got his money, and he probably thinks to himself, "Why do I need to change? I got all this money because this is how I got here."
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so glad we don't have to have the conversation every night. Oh my God, although we've already had the conversation. Like
we're talking about Eric Hosmer even when he's not here.
The new Eric Hosmer for Jim is Blake Snell.
Yes.
And we knew that in the moment. We thought that would happen after the Hosmer trade, but Snell was really good after the Hosmer trade, so it was put off until the start of 2023.
Yeah, I just, Blake Snell, man.
Other than Snell, I mean, think about that. Like, other than Snell, this has been really good. Rotation.
Really good.
Well, bullpen has had some hiccups, but the last 3 days have been good. Line has been really good.
The key guys have all contributed in a big way to start the year.
Bogarts.
Hey, remember Juan Soto's slow start? Dude's now hitting like 250.
Yeah. What's his on base percentage right now? Or his OPS is up to like 800.
Hold on, let me check this, because it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Juan Soto's now he's hitting 216. Not the best thing in the world, but his OPS is 788.
Just like above big league average already.
Right. I mean, his on base percentage is 356.
That's crazy.
His
on base percentage is 140 points higher than his batting average.
He already has 2 home runs, 5 RBI.
By the way, he hit a ball off literally the top of the wall tonight. Like, it hit the top of the wall and came back in. This guy, by the way, we said he was locked in the other night, Friday, when we were at Fair Play. I'm like, this guy's locked in. He was 0 for 4. I'm like, I'm telling you he's going to hit, because he went the other way with a deep fly ball. He pulled a ball that nearly left the yard. He could have had 2 home runs Friday.
His last, his last 2 games in Atlanta after his 0 for 4 the night where he hit the ball very well. He's 4 for 8 with a home run, an RBI, a double, and 2 runs scored.
Jim, no joke. Like you said earlier, if this was a July series for the Padres in Atlanta, he'd have 4 home runs the last 3 days.
Oh my God, easily.
2 Friday. He hit 1 Saturday. He hit a ball off the top of the damn wall today. He's locked in. I'm telling. He's gonna have a big series at Citi Field. I'm telling you, he's gonna have a big series.
In.
And I don't know what the weather is in New York. Is it cold? I have no clue. Because it's April.
Great question, John.
The weather's been weird, so I don't know if it's cold or not.
All right, New York. Tomorrow.
Looks decent,
night.
I think. Right?
Actually, very good
60s?
for the weather. 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
The high.
Okay.
They're only there for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Today's
assuming Wednesday's the day game.
Yeah, so it's going to be about.
It's freaking hot in New York. Jeez.
Yeah, high of 63, 71.
The weekend, it's in the 80s.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Get some good weather there in New York for the start of the year.
Yeah, no big deal. There's something I wanted to get to really quickly. It was about, from Chad. This is a really interesting conversation. Snell and free agency. Like, what type of deal are we looking at? Let's say he just has his average year, 3.80 ERA, 9 wins, 9-8 with a 3.6 3.7 ERA, 130 innings.
He'll get around 20 million a year.
Will he?
If he posts the same exact year as he did last year, 8-10 with like a 3.7 ERA.
That's 20? No, Musgrove got 20, man. I ain't paying him Musgrove money. I'm giving him 15.
Dude, if Clevenger's getting 12 and Manaya's getting like double
10.
figures, like, I'm sorry. Someone's going to pay him 18 to 20 million a year.
You're probably right. How many years? It's only going to be like 2 years.
I mean, if you're smart, you only do it for
no, if you're smart, you don't sign up. I mean,
that's true.
Watching this play out,
right? But
this is Tampa. I like the Tampa idea. Actually, I think is really good.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a really good idea.
If I'm Blake Snell and once I get to free agency, I'm pushing hard. Like, hey guys, I'll come back. I'll even plan a discount.
If they give you 3 for 50, it's a win-win for everyone. You're getting 17 a year. You're getting the third year. I'm doing 3 for 50 if I'm Tampa or if I'm Snell. But I mean, he'll probably get overpaid because everyone gets overpaid. But
right.
I don't know, man. He just doesn't throw any innings.
No,
we have an underdog fantasy question via Super from Run It Back. So Run It Back has joined the draft. Will we get a rundown of what we are doing? Let me answer that. No. One draft for multiple games or drafting every night? Is it just one game? Here's what you're doing. If you click the I in the top right, it'll tell you the deal. This is for the full slate of Monday games in MLB.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6-round draft. There are prizes for first place, second place, and third place. Okay? You can see the list of the games if you click the info button. It's all the Monday games, which would include the Padres against the Mets. Once this draft gets filled up with Jim, by the way, put people in the queue.
We're 5 away from filling this draft up. By the way,
so get to the top of the chat that's pinned. Click on that. Use promo code PODSWRAP. Get in this draft. Join us. This will be fun. You're playing against me and Jim, 8 other viewers of the wrap-up show. You got a chance to win money here. So get in there right now. But this is a 1-day contest, which is awesome. You do the draft. We're going to do it once this thing fills up, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about it tomorrow. It'll be a first place and second place and a third place. And again, if you use promo code PODSWRAP, you'll get your deposit matched up to $100. But you don't have to deposit $100. You can deposit as little as $10. So get in there. We have, did you say 5 more spots or 4 more spots?
I just checked, and we had 5 more spots available.
Okay, so get in there right now. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Click on it, get in the draft, and have a chance to win and beat me and Jim at Daily Fantasy.
Also, we are 5 subscribers away from 4,500.
Oh, is that right?
So if you're in the chat right now and you're watching us and you haven't subscribed, first off, what are you doing? And
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and second, just hit the subscribe button. Please, that's all we ask. Just hit the subscribe and the like button. Yes, we are pimping out the page, but please do it.
So we were hoping to hit, I mean, we want to hit 5,000, obviously, early this year. But we're going to hit 45. I was like, yeah, we'll hit 5,000 by opening day. That hasn't necessarily happened. But we can get to 4,500 tonight with your help. We'll get to 5,000 hopefully later this month. How long have we been doing this, Jim? It's been...
This is going into our 2nd year.
Okay. Yeah, we started like the final week of the 2021 season.
Dude, no, if you want to get a laugh, go back and watch one of our first wrap-up shows.
God, we should pull one of those out.
It was so bad.
I really want to find one right now, to be honest with you. Hold on.
No, don't do it. It's so bad.
I have to. Hold on. I don't know if I'll be able to.
No, that's fine. Let whatever wants to do it.
Okay. It's so bad. It's like, hi, I'm John.
You're like in
Jim.
Like 2-bit. I don't whatever. Yeah. I'm like just like
we're wearing like tuxedos.
And you're like, hi, I'm John Schaefer with the wrap-up show on San Diego airwaves. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, and as like the OGs know, I mean, some of you probably have been listening to the wrap-up show since the start of the pandemic season. So the first time we ever did it was 2020. We then did it again on. Do you even remember? This is all blur. 2020 we did on radio. 2021 we did on radio.
Oh my God, we did, dude.
It was so freaking long. It was a 162 game season. We did Monday through Friday nights, I think, on radio.
I think I wanted to kill myself. Not because I didn't like it. It's just because, dude, if anybody knows,
it was probably really good for your relationship at the time.
That relationship ceased to exist.
That bodes well for this one.
For the good, actually. But just the grinds of baseball season, guys. Anybody that works in baseball,
dude,
give them like a hug.
Yeah,
because it's
seriously,
a fucking grind.
Dude, the iPad night with Emilio Pagan. I don't even know what we said, but it was hilarious.
Fuck the iPad, man. What are you looking at? Like, just look at my iPad and give up 4 straight home runs.
What's on your iPad? Freaking Angry Birds?
Yeah.
Why are you losing your iPad for anything if you allow 100 home runs?
It's like I just checked the iPad and it, go back to the drawing board. I'm like, how the fuck is this iPad going to help you out? You were literally serving up dong after dong. It was just bad.
Oh, dude, early shows were so much fam hate. Oh, I hated fam.
Oh, dude,
not like in actuality, like on the field.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just baseball. Like I don't hate Eric Hosmer as a person. I just hate him as a baseball player. Same thing with like Blake Snell and like Tommy Pham. These guys, I don't know who they are, but on a baseball field, as a baseball player, they're not. I don't like them.
By the way, I think it must have been Jeffrey who I met yesterday at McGregor's. Yo, John, super dope having the opportunity to meet you at McGregor's. Jeffrey, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you just gotten here or not. He says he works at Snapdragon Stadium as a manager in the field level club. Anytime you and Jim come by, everything is free on me. You don't have to. No, we don't. We want you to keep your job, Jeffrey.
Yes.
That is very kind of you to say. It was great to meet you yesterday.
I guess we're just gonna order around on the house on us.
Yeah, every time we're at Snapdragon.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, awesome to meet you.
We'll come by soon. We'll come by there soon, Jeffrey, and we'll all hang out.
Where's Snapdragon?
No,
yeah. McGregor's.
No. Oh, Snapdragon.
He's a manager at Snapdragon.
I know.
So
I know.
You can't just go to McGregor's and expect to see him there. He might have just been like there for the night.
Well, I meant Snapdragon.
Okay.
Because we're there a lot.
Yeah, we are. Saturday night was fun. Saturday night was a lot of fun. Okay, while we have a moment, I do want to thank our good buddy Will over at Aura for his support of this channel. Another lifelong San Diegan and huge Padres fan. This is a great company that has offices right here in San Diego and Liberty Station. It's a plant-based nutrition company. If you're looking to get healthier this year, I think we all are. Aura is the company for you because they literally have a product that is perfect for you, your lifestyle, yourself, your family, friends as well. ORA.organic. I take the probiotic every day. I have for a year plus. It is a great product. Take it from me for digestion, heart health, mental clarity. Just Google benefits of a probiotic. You'll find literally hundreds of them. And Aura has a plant-based probiotic, and it's a great product. You can take it from me. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. They have omega-3 oils. If you're taking a fish oil, you should be taking an omega-3 oil from Aura. They have sleep pills, immunity pills, and so much more. Just go to ora.organic. Or click the link down below if you're watching on YouTube, ora.organic. Literally something for everyone. Get healthier, support this channel, and again, ora.organic.
Yeah, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, go there right now. They have everything that you need to accomplish that. They're a company that has plant-based and organic products, healthiest on the market. Go there right now, www.aura.organic. And once you go there and you get supplements and you take them, you'll start feeling better about your life and better about yourself. And you're going to thank us later.
What was your meltdown after the 16-inning game? So it was 2021 Tingler, where he forgot how to pinch hit or double switch effectively. And then he was just batting the pitcher like 8 consecutive innings. And it basically ended the season. What did we say that night? Did you lose your mind?
The 2 games I can think of then when we were still doing radio wrap-up show that were just a complete meltdown was the 16-inning loss when he didn't know how to double switch.
Mm-hmm.
And he just completely screwed the team. And then the iPad night when the season effectively was pretty much over after that game because that all hope was
I think it was already over, dude.
No, I know, but like after that game happened, it was just like, all right, gloves are off. I'm gonna fucking unload on this team, and I did that. I unloaded on that team for sure that night,
dude. Oh, I killed him that night too, didn't I? I'm like, a manager cannot cost his team a game. Like you have to know how to manage the spot. He literally cost them the game.
It was honestly, like looking at, and you've watched a lot of baseball, John. I've watched a lot of baseball. Everyone in this chat has watched a lot of baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah, baseball.
What's
I'm hard
that?
pressed to think of a game that was managed more poorly than that one by Jay Stingler?
There's not a lot of examples
because of how simple the whole process was that he completely fucked up.
Correct. And that was like they kept walking like Machado to get to like
because
Emilio
he didn't
Pagan.
because he didn't make I forget what it was. He was either a double switch or because he pinch hit for somebody or whatever.
Oh yeah, it was something ridiculous.
He put his team in a position where every single time the next like couple innings, they were just walking everybody to get to the pitcher spot.
Right.
And it was hopeless. It was like, oh my God, they're just walking Machado and Tatis and they're just getting the pitcher because the pitcher's hitting like cleanup.
Yes, it was a disaster.
It was so bad.
Hold on, I'm posting another link to Underdog Fantasy. Because we need to fill this. We need to fill this draft up right now.
We need to fill her up.
Is what we need to do.
Hey, Don.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing.
What's Erin doing?
She's in the bedroom.
Okay.
What do you, I don't know. She's
sounds
like,
great.
She's laying down.
So Kristen's sleeping. So can Erin hear you, or is she sleeping at this like now that you got your new setup?
Well, the new setup allows her to go to sleep instead of me being like 5 feet away from her talking. So I'm in the living room now in like the corner, and it works better for everybody because now the internet box I can directly plug into out here.
The internet box.
The modem. Mm-hmm. And then our roommate's room is on way down the other side of the house. And it's like a little, what's it like, white noise almost, like a little mumbling and whatever. That's it. They're fine.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to do something. It's not going as well as I had envisioned.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pull up the Underdog link and like share it in the on the channel.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do this one on your own.
Why do you say it that way? No, I can't put it. I can't. Can you pull it up or no? Seriously.
No, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you click on the link? Go to YouTube and find our channel. Click on the link for Underdog Fantasy. Can you then put it up on screen?
No.
Why not?
Like, what am I doing?
Oh.
Click the Underdog Fantasy link. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll put it on screen.
Yeah, but it says I have to sign in on my computer.
Yeah, I got you. And I'm having location issues.
Jesus.
Okay, well, let me do this. Pull down the thing that's scrolling. Pull down the scroll. Let me do this real quick for Underdog Fantasy. All right, here's what we're asking you to do. Because in order to get this draft underway, we need to fill up this draft right now. This is draft for tomorrow. So here's the deal. Click the link at the top of the chat, okay? And join us in this daily fantasy MLB contest. What'd you say?
Franz is like, boomers. You can't figure shit out.
We're such idiots.
Dude, John's older than Nelson Cruz, so give him a break, all right?
It's so true. Here's the deal.
AARP very soon.
Click that link and join us in our daily fantasy contest, okay? You're playing against me and Jim. There's going to be 8 of our viewers in this daily fantasy contest. The draft is going to happen right when this contest gets filled up. And then it's a one-day draft. You find out if you win tomorrow. You can use promo code PODSWRAP, and you'll double your first deposit up to $100. And that's any deposit, any first deposit of $10 or more. So use promo code PODSWRAP. You get your first deposit matched. And again, just click the link up above. It's the simplest thing in the world. Here's the deal. It can auto draft for you. You don't have to do anything. So you don't have to stress any of the league management aspect. There's no waivers.
4 spots remaining.
No lineup setting. We're down to 4 spots. All right. So join us right now. This is for a contest that will take place tomorrow. You can draft anyone in Major League Baseball playing tomorrow. And then it's over tomorrow. So it's a one-day fantasy contest through Underdog Fantasy, our newest partner here on the wrap-up show. So Jim's telling me right now, 4 spots remain. Click that link. Okay. Click that link, Jim.
Okay.
You've already clicked it, but it's so simple to do. Again, use promo code PODSWRAP. It's so simple to do. We're not leaving here tonight until that thing's filled up. So fill it up.
Okay.
Jim's been wearing those bunny rabbit ears until next Easter.
It's gonna take us 3 years to fill up. Jesus.
What else? I actually had a couple of things on tonight. I want to make sure we got to all of them. We talked about Nelson Cruz. We talked about Joe Musgrove. Oh, your boy David Dahl was placed on the 10-day IL. Did we talk about that?
We mentioned it.
Oh, we meant Brandon Dixon
it.
was recalled. And oh, by the way, I mean, you got the rematch of the NL wildcard series starting tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, we're 11 days away from Fernando Tatis Jr. being activated.
Is that right?
Well, actually, now we're kind of 10 because tomorrow's the 10th, even though tonight's the 9th. But
well, he's got 10 more games, right?
Yeah. Is he activated on the 20th or like the 21st?
He's activated after they've played 20 games for the 21st Padre game of the year.
Okay.
So whatever day that is, I think it's the game 1 of the Arizona series in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So I mean that's coming quickly. Now, what's that gonna?
Battle for first place, probably.
Could be, but I mean, what's that gonna look like, man? Tatis back in the big leagues for the first time in 2 years, plugged into that lineup.
That's a good thing to think about, is what this lineup will look like with Tatis. Oh my God.
I know it's already been good without him.
I know.
I'm curious to see how they use him. And what I mean by that is, how delicate will they be with him for whatever reason? Wrist, shoulder, time off in general. Like, how delicate are they going to be with him? That's what I want to know. Is it are they going to play him a day at DH and then sit him, and then play him a day at right and sit him?
The good thing about Tatis is that he will have been playing every day leading up to his return. So why should we think they're going to ease him into this thing? I would understand it if when he came back, he had 3 or 4 games down in the minors, but he has been playing for the last week, and he will continue to play up until he's activated. So he's got his legs underneath him. He's, getting plenty of at-bats, getting plenty of time in the outfield. Why should there be any handling him with kid gloves here, right? Because I know you, and I know that if they play him the first day and they give him a day off, you're gonna be like, why are they giving him a day off?
I won't kill him day 1, but I'll be upset about it a week into the experiment. I don't need him. I don't know what the point is. Are we going to treat 2023 well, he's got to get fully healthy, so we're going to ease him in? At what point is he just going to play? At what age?
I think they have a plan for him. I would bet that once the week comes of his, return, you're probably going to see him every day in El Paso until he gets back on this roster.
Is he even playing a full game as of yet in the minor leagues? Has he played 9 innings?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
And you know what? Honestly, because they're in Arizona that weekend, they might send him to Arizona before that series if they're going to activate him in Arizona. You know what I mean?
Because they're in Arizona, they might send him to Arizona? You're saying to go to the spring site, to Peoria?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because the 20th, right? Or no, hold on. April 20th is the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or is it no? 1, 2, 3.
Whenever that first game in Arizona is.
Okay. Yeah, April 20th is the first day he can come back in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time we'll see him at Petco Park is not for another 2 weeks. Well, a week and a half. And because those games against the Giants are going to be in Mexico City. So yeah, we won't see him until May 1st at Petco Park, which is a must-go-to game if you're a Padres fan.
I mean, that's going to be, yeah. I mean, the whole thing is really fascinating. I mean, I've thought about it a long time, but I'm also not thinking about it a lot. You're in the season. I mean, think about this. This team hasn't even used Joe Musgrove or Fernando Tatis Jr. as of yet.
I know. They're
and
like
Darvish has made one
pretty
appearance, right?
They're like pretty big pieces to this team.
I mean, yeah, Matt. I mean, in theory, like as big as it gets. And Darvish has made one appearance.
Right. Darvish is still building back up.
Right. All right. So what's your deal tomorrow again?
Well, I'm going out to dinner at around 7.
With who?
Aaron's cousin. So
what's Aaron's cousin doing here?
Well, she lives here, John. So yeah, you know what? I mean, if we do a 9:30 wrap-up show, I'll be here.
Okay, we're doing a 9:30 wrap-up show.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, everything's fine.
Okay, a couple of things. Here's the thing, because we're not going to stay here all night, so I'm only going to make one more play. But here's the thing: if you're watching this on replay, or if you're here live right now, we got to fill this thing up by the start of tomorrow's games. I believe we need to fill this thing up by the start of tomorrow's games. So there is a link right now pinned to the top of the chat, whether you're here live or on replay. Click on that link and join us in a daily fantasy contest with Underdog Fantasy. You're going to take on me and Jim. There's going to be 3 winners. This is a wrap-up show daily fantasy contest on Underdog Fantasy. Sign up now. Use the code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. You'll get your first deposit doubled up to $100 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit of $10 or more. So deposit 10, get 10, deposit 50, get 50, and so on and so forth. So we're going to do a 1-day daily fantasy contest tomorrow, Monday. And all you got to do is get into that draft and trust us. We've done this before. It's super simple. You don't have to do anything. Okay. There's no league management aspect. You can be live in the draft, or you can be on autopilot, or you can put players in queue. And then there's no waivers, and there's no trades, and there's no lineup setting. It'll be over tomorrow, and we'll have a winner, we'll have a second place, and we'll have a third place. It is a $10 entry. But again, use promo code PODSWRAP, and you'll double your first deposit up to $100 when you make a deposit of $10 or more. So click that link at the top of the chat.
Sign up. Do it right now.
Jim's wearing bunny rabbit ears.
I'm wearing bunny freaking rabbit ears for you guys. All right?
Like, I'm not even wearing bunny rabbit ears because I'm not an idiot.
You don't have bunny.
Fair. Okay, a couple of things since we're just kind of doing like a community forum right now. Chad says he's got an extra ticket for April 20th, the Tatis debut in Arizona, if anyone wants to sit next to 3 crazy Padres fans. So get in contact with Chad if you want to hang out with Chad on 420. I don't know how you get in contact with Chad, but like,
dude, 420, let's go.
Right?
Just get super high.
I'm just looking at the chat real quick here. By the way, I've already heard from my buddy Carlos on these Mexico City tickets. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Faye.
Aw.
Fiance girl thinks the same too.
Dude, fiance girl's gonna like come swinging for Faye after that. I'm just kidding.
Chill out. Silly wabbit. Tricks off all kids.
Who says that?
Elmer Fudge. No.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah. Is it Elmer Fudge or Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd? No. Wait. Silly wabbit. Tricks are for silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Isn't that like a? I don't know. Is that like a cereal thing? Like a cereal slogan? What is happening here? The tricks are for cereal. Oh, the tricks cereal. Yeah.
I don't know.
That the Elmer Fudd is the be very quiet.
I don't know.
Man, what up, Doc?
Oh man, I really don't know.
We have literally
we've lost our mind.
Jumped off the rails here.
Okay, here's the deal. I don't know what happens if we don't fill up this draft. I don't know if it gets moved back a day.
Just let it.
We're gonna tweet about it as well.
Okay.
We're gonna fill up this draft. If you're watching on replay, get in this draft. If you're watching live, get in this draft. Click on the link at the top of the chat. Couple of things. Please subscribe. Did we get to 4,500 subscribers at least? Did we do anything tonight?
No, because we suck.
We didn't get to 4,500 subscribers.
We're 3 away. Come on, guys.
Jesus. Who was here in the chat earlier? Help us out.
Okay. Boy. We need 3 more subscribers.
Oh, God. All right. Subscribe, smash the like button, follow us on Twitter. Appreciate the support with the chats and the membership.
Aztec talk. Who's leaving this Aztec team?
Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He can save you money on your insurance, auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance. Mark is your guy. Click the link down below. Underdog Fantasy. Join us in this daily fantasy draft. Use promo code PODSWRAP. Join us in that draft, and also ORA.organic. If you're looking to get healthier in 2023, do so with Aura. There's a link down below, ORA.organic. We're not too shy of 4,500 subscribers. All right, we will be back tomorrow night after Jim's dinner with Aaron's cousin. We'll be on the air tomorrow at 9:30 following Padres Mets game 1 of a 3-game series. Will Aaron's cousin be part of the show tomorrow?
No.
Okay. I've never heard about Aaron's cousin.
Esteban, bro. Let me tell you something here. This is Trainwreck Radio.
Exactly.
Right now. This is already Trainwreck Radio. And it's been Trainwreck Radio. Instead, it's Trainwreck YouTube.
It really is. It really. Okay, hold on. We're at 4,499.
Because you know what's going to happen? We're going to get to 4,500, and then someone's going to unsubscribe.
I know. Don't screw with us, please.
My brother would always do that. He'd be like, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe.
Oh, man. Yeah, like Jeremy says, it costs nothing to subscribe.
Be our friend. As I'm wearing rainbow bunny ears. Be my friend. Be my freaking friend.
One more refresh. 44.99.
John, you are stalling. Stop stalling.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll be at 4,500. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye. Oh, 4,500.
Are we?
We did it. We did it.
Bye.
Boom.
Peace.